Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. Down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Leaves it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can.
Oh, look out! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Gets it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season?
You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Working that left side now. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
All right, nice gain on third down there. No, you didn't get the first down. Now it's a thought process, right? Early in the game, do I want to show aggressiveness or am I going to be a little bit passive? Your decision. Go for it or not.
It's no good. He missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make it.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. And the defense has it. They're going the other way. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Going up top on first down. He's right on target. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. The give to the lone running back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Powers forward. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself. So I love the big fella getting the football.
They'll run the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. touchdown time in Tennessee. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Vols in the hurry-up.
Hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second down coming up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woods. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Looking for a man, it's Cobb. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback in his progression.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a A lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's back to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Looking for a man. It's Cobb. It's complete to the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Throws for the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. At the 20, he's got space. Big gain on on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Forced out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. It is good! That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Davis. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Works the middle of the field. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Got his man quickly. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Makes the catch. It's Wood.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To the air, it's Cobb. He's got his man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Volunteers will hustle to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on...
Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arkansas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, it's Woods. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting, and if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Cobb. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back the pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope, steps out of bounds.
They'll give it to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first. Running to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And the Volunteers are on the move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
I think because of this offense's inability to run the football, I think play action is going to be a little bit trickier and harder for them to now pull off because this defense is just not expecting run, or they're not afraid of their ability to run the football.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. The sweet feet buy a little time. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On third down, going up top. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Dropping back, it's Cobb. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Vols with the 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. It's complete to the left.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Buys a little extra time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vols!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Makes his connection. Conversion, and now they trail by only 3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Carolina offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitz. That's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Waning moments, huge 4th down, and this crowd is rising to the occasion. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting? He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow.